Hey beauties, and welcome back to my beauty room. For today's video, I'm going to be doing the poll that I asked all of you beauties on what should my next video be, whether it was an unboxing or a how to highlight and contour, and by far highlight and contour one. If you guys want to learn how to highlight and contour, just keep watching. Yeah, I got it? Alright beauties, I already applied my eyebrows, my eyeshadow, and my falsies, and as you can tell, I already have my foundation on. So after you apply your foundation, we're going to be moving on to the contour and highlight part. Just a little disclaimer before we start, I am going to show you how to highlight and contour for my face. Now, I'm gonna go on my face shape, my skin tone, and you know, these are just the basic contour I'm gonna be doing today. And like I said, just a disclaimer, it's what works for me. Now, before I start contouring my face, I want to show you guys a couple of products. So we have cream contours. There's some that come like this. There's thick contour. This is what I'm going to be using today, my NYX. We have powder contour, and this is my very used. I hit pan. You can tell which ones I like. There's also, like I said, sticks. There's creams like this. There's many products out there that you can use to contour. Same goes for highlight. There's powder highlights, there's cream highlight. But for today, I'm going to be showing you my cream. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. Products may vary from person to person, and also how to contour may vary from person to person as well. There's some people that want to contour certain areas, that have round face, that have long face, that have oval face. As I start contouring, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks as well. The benefits of contouring: it helps define, slims down, and it helps add shadow and dimension, right? Now, in difference of contouring, highlighting does the total opposite. Highlighting, it's where the sun naturally hits, right? So in difference of contouring, highlight is gonna push forward the features that you are highlighting, whereas contour is gonna pull and push back, right? So experiment, have fun with it, and just figure out what works. You can use a brush like this. Is from Morphe, Jaclyn Hill, the JH08. And then there's sponge that you could use to contour. You know, this is from Morphe, this is from Real Technique. I use the brush from Morphe, the JH09. You beauty seen me use this many times. This brush is a little bit tapered here, but it's fluffy. Without further ado, let's get started on contouring. I'm gonna do one side first so you beauties can see the difference on how you can have one side sculpted and beautiful and then one side just plain in one dimension, okay? Beginning here, and I'm gonna bring it further down. So that's where I kind of like to leave it. This is another tip, guys. If you have a little bit of a larger forehead, mine is an okay size, I guess, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it here. But you have a larger forehead, you can go ahead and add some here. That will help kind of shorten or give shadow, kind of bring the hairline further down. So that's a good tip. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put some here for obvious reasons. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to the bridge of my nose right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some highlight, or I'm gonna put some concealer under my eye right here. And this is an important tip, beauties. Don't add so much concealer towards the back, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna move the product. Every time you're gonna press the product in, you're gonna move the product. The more that you go higher to create that high cheekbone, you're gonna push the product back, and then you're gonna have some on your hair, and that's not the look that we're looking for. You're gonna go ahead and just concentrate right here, and I like to go ahead and just put some right here in the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and put some here and right under the contour right there. This is one of the most important steps when you're going to blend. Start with the lighter color, okay, beauty? What you need to do is blend out the lighter color and then blend the contour. We're gonna push down the product. We're not sweeping it because we don't want the concealer to look streaky. We want to push the product in. I'm gonna go around my nose because I tend to have redness here, and we're gonna go ahead and push it back. The idea is to make your concealer, or where you're going to highlight, kind of look flawless and the skin look healthy and beautiful. Now the next step is contouring. So my next tip, which is super important, when blending, you're not going to push the product down. I've seen a lot of people kind of blend the contour and then blend it down. So that defeats the purpose. We want to kind of push everything up to have those high cheekbones, and pushing it down, what it's gonna do is it's gonna elongate that area and kind of make it awkward. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna push the product back. Concentrate in putting the product mostly here, and then diffuse it here. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm gonna push the product in. I'm not sweeping, I'm more like pushing in the product, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same with my chin or with my jaw area. So now I'm gonna add just a little more because I want it to be a little bit more defined. And I'm going to go ahead with this side that I haven't used for the contouring, and I'm just going to help define that area a little more. Okay, now from my nose, this is gonna help. See, for me, I have a little bit of a wider nose, so this adding contour here is gonna help my nose look a little bit more longer and slimmer, and that's what we want. All right, now I want you guys to just see this side. This has already the concealer, it has the contour for my cheeks, and it has the contour for my jaw and my double chin, and then it has here on my forehead, and this is the one that doesn't. As you can see, it's just very one-dimensional. It doesn't have much of a shape or much of any definition. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to do the same on this side. And stop kind of right there where your pupil begins. Sometimes when I'm in the mood and I want my features to be a little bit more sharp, I'll go ahead and I'll bring it down. I'll put some contour under my nose. You know, it depends what look you're going for, I guess. And for this part, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go down my nose as steady as possible. Trying to keep your hands steady. Reason being is because if you have a line that's not as straight, your nose is gonna look, it's gonna look crooked, right? We don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and push the product in. Go around my nose because I have a lot of redness, like I said here. And right here. So I'm gonna apply here just to give it that shadow. So it looks like I have plump lips. And again, concentrating the most of the product here, pushing back. So I'm going to insert a picture here. And just to show you a before and after of the cream contour, so you can see the difference. All right, beauties, I already did my cream contour and my highlight. However, I want to also tell you guys something. I wouldn't normally do this on a daily basis. I would normally use a powder contour if I'm gonna run errands, go to appointments, or do my daily routine. I'm not gonna go ahead and cream contour just because there's a lot of layers, and you know, I understand that this is not for everyone. The same thing that I just did with the cream, you can do with the powders. So this is a good cream, is really good for if you're gonna be on camera, if you're going to a wedding, if you want to, you have pictures done, you know, I mean, by all means, if you want to do this every day, do you, it worked for you. Now for me, a mom of two, I am always on a rush, so I will go ahead and do my powder to contour. All right, beauties, so here is my cream contour. As you can see, it is, my face looks a little slimmer and it's more defined. So for the next step is to set your face. So to do that, I am going to be using the JH01, because what you don't want to happen is that after doing all this, you don't want it to move around with all the other products. So I'm going to be using my AirSpun and color translucent, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face. Normally, if I'm going to do my foundation, contour, and highlight, I will go ahead with a little brush like so and pick up some powder, and I would do it, leave some here. Reason being is if you're gonna do your eyes and have eyeshadow, any fallout, you can catch it with the powder and just sweep it away like nothing ever happened. So because my eyes are already done, I don't have to do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the face. Now with the highlight portion, we have stick highlight, we have powder highlight. So, you know, I'm gonna tell you areas that I like to highlight. And again, it all depends on your face shape and what the look that you're going for. Now, also, I just want you beauties to remember, wherever you apply highlight, it's the area that's gonna be pushed forward. So sometimes I have a little bit of texture here or here. I will completely skip highlighting that area. Maybe that day I will go ahead and put a little bit of a shimmer blush, or a blush that has a little bit of a shimmer to it, like this one, Physicians Formula. Now that's only if I'm having a little bit of texture, I will skip it. All right, now to highlight, I'm going to be using the JH09. For this side, I'm going to be using the Stila and color Kitten. And for this side, I'm going to be using Lunch Money from ColourPop. It says it's a powder highlighter. However, it feels it's very creamy to me, but oh my God, look at that. It's such a beautiful color. It's color Lunch Money. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this side I'm gonna be applying Kitten. So with the brush, you're going to put it here. You're gonna kind of end it right above here. So this is gonna help kind of where contour helps push your cheeks, giving you a high cheekbone. This kind of accentuates it and kind of gives the illusion of like a higher cheekbone, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. But reason of highlighting is where the sun naturally hits. That's where you're gonna apply the highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is a very subtle color, and the reason why I'm doing it that way is because I want you guys to see the difference. So I kind of like to sweep it. Avoid going deep into the eye socket. Kind of go right before where your cheekbone is. Go right there, okay? So this side has highlight, this side doesn't. And then I'm gonna add just a little here and a little down the bridge of my nose and here. I know that I haven't done the bronzer. I'm going to do that. I just want you guys to see how I apply my highlight. I do apply my bronzer after my highlight. I just like to do that because it kind of helps to hide the edges. You don't want it to look so harsh. Like you can see right here where the highlight begins and where the contour where the highlight ends and where the contour begins, and we don't want that. So sometimes I'll go ahead and do the bronzing after I highlight, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. And then with this side, I'm going to use Lunch Money. So you can see the difference, right? And I'm just dipping it in here. See how it's a little bit more subtle? But I'm going to show you a trick on how to make any highlighter you may have to pop. It doesn't matter which ones, and you can make your face bling and look so beautiful. So like I said, this side has Lunch Money from ColourPop, and this one has Stila. So I'm gonna go ahead and with a JH42, I'm going to hit the inner corner of my eye. I love doing this. I feel like it makes my eye just look more awakened. And then I'm gonna clean out my brush and pick up some from Stila. It's very subtle. I feel like this side is kind of like a glow from within, where this one is like, this is more my style. And so I like to also highlight my Cupid's bow. Now I'm gonna show you how I can get Kitten by Stila to perform like Lunch Money. You're gonna get a setting spray, spray your brush. And like I said, this side is the Stila. I'm gonna go ahead and pick some up, and you're gonna see the difference. Ready? Now in comparison of Lunch Money, it's holding up quite well. So apart from your cheekbones, the tip of your nose, the bridge of the nose, the Cupid's bow, you're going to also hit up here if you like. Sometimes when I'm feeling extra when I'm feeling extra, or I want to just look very glow from within, I'll go ahead and just put some up here. And then as you can see, I already have on my brow bone, and that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some here so I don't be looking crazy. I'm gonna have to put Lunch Money. Well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Spray, oops, not me, I sprayed myself, sprayed my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Stila in the inner corner, Cupid's bow, tip of my nose. Kind of do an exclamation mark, just a little line here, and a dot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bronze my face. I'm gonna warm up my face. I'm going to be using today to bronze my face is the Anastasia, very used, very crusty, and my JH02. And the reason of bronzing is to warm up the face and further help for the contour. Just concentrating the product back. Now, you guys don't have to contour if you guys are just gonna run errands or just go to work. You guys could just go ahead and just apply bronzer, warm up the face after your foundation. It'll look just as good. I like to go ahead and get my powder, and this is just to make your contour look super sharp. Don't put it in your hair like I just did. And then I like to just let that sit and bake. Looking very dusty. While that bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. For those who wanna know, I'm going to be using the NYX color Nude. And being that I went and I put some highlighter here and I put contour down here, is gonna give the illusion of bigger lips. You can even contour your lips as well. This was just a how to highlight and contour for beginners. But you could contour your lips too to further bring those Kylie Jenner lips. I'm going to be using Honey Love from MAC. I don't know if you, did you see that? Focus, girl, focus. Is it right? No, it's backward. I could do a part 2 of how to highlight and contour. You can contour your body. You can contour your eyelid, your lips. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed how to highlight and contour. And leave a comment if you guys want to see how to highlight and contour a little bit more advanced. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust it off. See, it looks nice and sharp. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Nars blush in color Amour. Just gonna take a little with my JH06. Ooh, child, I look like a clown. It's okay if you look like a clown. It's okay. Just go around scaring everybody. I'm gonna go ahead with my powder brush and I'm just gonna kind of mute that color a little bit because it's looking very clownish. Like I said, there's a lot of other areas that you can contour. This was just a basic how to highlight and contour for beginners. What I like to do is when I'm done, I like to just go over to get rid of the harsh lines if there's any. So that's it. How to highlight and contour, people. Final step is setting spray. I'm gonna use my continuous spray from Morphe to set the face. My chin's still there though. The purpose of contour is for my chin to leave. Alright beauties, this is the final look of how to highlight and contour. I hope you guys enjoyed it and be bold and beautiful. Be bold.